So if you love where you live, shop small.
Shopping on your local high street can make a big difference. Shop small, only by American Express.
Each day you grab the keys, pop them in the ignition, and off you go without a second thought. But what if the unpredictable happens and you wake up with something like a flat battery? You'd be better off if someone had checked it all out, right? But that's going to cost you. What if the cost was nothing? Book a free checkup online and our experts will complete a 29-point visual check and top up vital fluids, no matter what make of vehicle you own. And we're so confident in our checks, we'll also give you 20% off your next service. How's that for peace of mind? Visit your local Vauxhall retailer and quote VX20. T's and C's apply.
On your radio.
On Global Player.
And on your smart speaker.
Play Classic FM. This is Classic FM.
From Global's newsroom at 1 o'clock, Jeremy Corbyn said it's nonsense to suggest he's anti-business. The Labour leader's been spelling out his party's path ahead to delegates at the Confederation of British Industry's annual conference in London.
It's not anti-business to be against poverty pay. It's not anti-business to say that the largest corporations should pay their taxes just as smaller companies do.
Boris Johnson spoke earlier, promising business leaders the Conservatives will get Brexit done to end uncertainty and boost the economy if they're re-elected, as well as make cuts to corporation tax. Later on, the Liberal Democrat leader Jo Swinson will argue the UK will be more successful if it stays in the EU. The High Court is considering legal challenges from both the Liberal Democrats and Scottish National Party over their exclusion from ITV's general election debate. Broadcasters planning to host a head-to-head debate just between Boris Johnson and Jeremy Corbyn. The SNP and Liberal Democrats argue it's unfair not to invite them to take part. The Chinese ambassador to the UK says foreign countries like Britain must stop interfering in Hong Kong's affairs. Downing Street says the UK remains seriously concerned by the escalating violence there following months of protests. A man's been charged with murdering a woman found dead in a wheelie bin in East Sussex. The 39-year-old's body was discovered in Lewis last week. Classic FM's Nick Codling reports.
41-year-old Richard Canlin of no fixed address now faces magistrates charged with the murder of Nicola Stevenson. He's the second man to be arrested as part of the investigation. Last week, a 37-year-old arrested on suspicion of murder was bailed until next month. Police say their forensic teams are now focusing on the woman's home near to where her body was found.
Prince Andrew is being urged to testify to US authorities about his friend, the convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. During a television interview, the Duke of York said he'd be following the advice of his legal team. Epstein died in prison early this year. A second elderly woman has died after a minibus crash in Cambridgeshire. 86-year-old Barbara McCrewer from Bedford was a passenger in the bus which collided with a car near the village of Woodhurst last Thursday. An 85-year-old woman died at the scene and 18 others were taken to hospital. English and European champion Saracens have chosen not to appeal against their punishment for breaking salary rules. The Premiership rugby side had lost 35 points and been given more than £5 million fine. Their chairman says they've made mistakes and humbly accept the penalties. The FTSE 100 is up 20 points at 73.22. Classic FM weather is next.
At Lidl, we're big on all those Christmas parties. The season to be jolly. Try our Party Time Indian snack selection for only $2.99. And our Party Time mac and cheese bites for just $1.90. Big on a Christmas you can believe in. Now that's big on quality and always Lidl on price. Subject to availability, selected stores excludes now.
Stay mostly fine and dry with sunny spells across England.